When I first moved into the old boarding house on the edge of Portland, Maine, I was just a desperate college dropout with a busted camera, a second-hand mic, and a dream to become a YouTuber. The place was cheap, too cheap, and the landlord, Mr. Harlan, seemed just as eager to rent the attic room as I was to leave my past behind. The attic creaked under every step. The walls were thin, the window leaked when it rained, and the only heating came from an old iron radiator that clanged at night like someone was hitting it from the inside. But it had a certain character, and character sells, especially for horror content. My channel, Dreadveil, specialized in reaction videos to creepy clips and cursed internet lore. But I wanted more, original content that would push me into the algorithm's bloodstream. So I came up with the idea. Live streaming real ghost hunting sessions. Raw, uncut, terrifying. And where better to start than the attic I was now living in? My first few streams were nothing. A few flickering lights, some floorboard creaks. Viewers joined, laughed, dropped in the chat, and logged off. But one night, everything changed. It was October 13th, Friday, 3:03 a.m. I started the stream with my usual intro, joking about the haunted radiator demon. But the chat was quiet, unusually quiet. I assumed it was just a slow night, until I noticed the viewer count steadily rising. 3, 9, 27, 65, and climbing. Yet no one was commenting. I leaned closer to the camera, uneasy. "You guys good? Type something." Nothing. Then I saw it. A viewer named 0KB4CK posted a single message. "Don't look behind you." Chills clawed up my spine. I turned slowly, half expecting a prank, maybe even a friend sneaking in. But there was nothing, just the small, grimy window overlooking the empty alley. Laughing it off, I panned the camera toward the window. The chat exploded. "There's someone out there." "Look again." "Rewind." I scrubbed back in the live feed. There, for less than a second, was a reflection in the glass. Not mine, not possible. It was a pale, eyeless face pressed against the outside with a hand scraping down the window pane. I bolted downstairs, heart racing, and flung the door open to the alley. Empty. Not even footprints in the wet leaves. When I returned, something had changed in the attic. My streaming setup, camera, mic, ring light had all been moved. Not by much, but rotated slightly, as if someone had stood there watching me through the lens. I almost ended the stream. But curiosity, or ego, wouldn't let me. "All right, dead viewers," I whispered, swallowing the dryness in my throat. "We're going all in. EVP session. Right now." I lit a candle, turned off the room lights, and placed a voice recorder in the center of the floor. "Is anyone here with me?" Silence. Then a whisper. Soft. Garbled. I leaned closer to the recorder and played it back. "You're not supposed to see us." My blood turned to ice. The chat exploded again. People were begging me to leave. Some were saying they saw shadows moving behind me. One viewer donated $50 and typed, "Get out, now." I reached for the camera to end the stream, but it wouldn't shut off. The screen glitched, and then the face appeared again, not in the window, in the camera feed, close, breathing, watching. I screamed and threw the camera across the room. It hit the wall and flickered out. Darkness swallowed the attic. I scrambled to the door, but it wouldn't budge. Locked, jammed. No matter how hard I kicked or pulled, it was like something was holding it shut from the other side. Suddenly my mic, still powered, crackled. Static first, then humming, like a child's lullaby. It was distant at first, but slowly grew louder, as if the voice was crawling through the cables. The candle flickered violently. The flame stretched sideways toward the broken camera. Then came the knock. 3 slow, deliberate knocks on the attic floor. From underneath, I dropped to my knees, ear pressed to the wood. Silence. Then a voice. "Open it!" "No," I screamed. "Who are you? What do you want?" The attic light flickered back on. But the room wasn't the same. The walls were bleeding. Not metaphorically, actually seeping thick black liquid that crawled like veins along the ceiling. My reflection in the window was gone. The radiator was hissing, shaking, and something was crawling out from behind it, long fingers, slick with the same tar-like ooze. I grabbed my laptop to shut everything down, but the screen was already hijacked. The stream had ended. But a new one had begun, without me touching anything. Title: The Final Stream. Viewers: 0 time elapsed, 0001. It was broadcasting. Me. Just me. Sitting, breathing, staring blankly into the camera. Only I wasn't moving, because I was standing. The person on the screen was frozen, mouth slightly open, as if mid-scream, but with no sound. Just the faint hum of that lullaby repeating endlessly. I slapped the laptop closed, but the sound kept going. Through the walls, through the floorboards, through my own skull. Then the whispers came. Dozens. Hundreds. Join us. You went too deep. We're always watching. The camera turned on by itself again, though I had smashed it. And behind me, the door opened. But not into the hallway. It opened into darkness, into a hallway that shouldn't exist, stretching impossibly long and narrow with doors on either side, each door slightly ajar, each hiding something I couldn't fully see, shapes, breathing, eyes. And at the far end of the hallway stood a figure, faceless, dripping, watching. I turned to run, but my legs wouldn't move. The floor melted under me, the walls stretched, I screamed, and the stream continued. That was the last footage ever found. 2 weeks later, a YouTuber named Kayla, who had collaborated with me once, uploaded a video titled, "Where Did Dreadveil Go?" It got over 1 million views. In the video, she played clips from my final stream. The screams, the shadows, the face. But the most chilling moment came when she slowed the footage and zoomed in on the very last frame before the stream went black. There, in the reflection of the attic window, just for a second, was a figure. It was me, or something that looked like me, smiling, watching, still streaming. I had been making YouTube videos for 6 years before anything truly strange happened. Not fake scary. Not the kind you script with a spooky title and some royalty-free scream sound effects. I'm talking about real horror. Something that crawls under your skin and makes your bones feel wet. It all began the night I hit 1665 subscribers. My channel, Hollow Echo, had grown slowly but steadily. Mostly urban legend breakdowns, creepypastas, reaction videos to cursed TikToks. It was niche, but people liked my editing and the moody atmosphere. Still, I was hungry for more. I was convinced that the right viral video would blow me up overnight. The comments on my 665 subscriber special video were normal, mostly, until I saw it. One comment, no profile picture, username, unknown, 66. It read, "Congrats, you've been chosen. He's coming at midnight." I laughed. A troll, probably one of my Discord members playing a prank. But I took a screenshot and posted it on my Instagram story, just to add to the mystique. I wish I hadn't. That night, I started preparing for my next upload, a breakdown of a cursed VHS tape called The Smiling Thing. I downloaded grainy clips from obscure corners of the internet, distorted faces, chanting, static layered with whispering in a language no one recognized. I usually recorded around 11 p.m. when the world was quieter, the perfect atmosphere for horror content. My camera was rolling. The background was lit in dim red LED. I was midway through my script, describing a frame where the smiling face appeared in the reflection of a child's eye. Then, every light in my room went off. Total blackout. My monitor, ring light, and camera, everything shut down except for the red rec dot on my camera. Somehow it was still rolling. I sat frozen. The only sound was the low whir of the camera. And breathing. But not mine. It was hoarse, like something with wet lungs was trying not to be heard. I slowly reached for my phone to use the flashlight, but it buzzed in my hand. One notification. YouTube. You've reached 666 subscribers. My blood went cold. I turned the flashlight on. The room was empty, except for the mirror. I kept a tall mirror behind my setup, just for aesthetics. But something was wrong. My reflection was delayed. I moved my hand. My reflection followed. 2 seconds later. Then it smiled. I wasn't smiling. It raised its hand slowly, and in black dripping letters, began to write on the inside of the mirror. "Thank you." I screamed and flung my phone at the mirror. It didn't break, but my phone shut off. The room lights flickered back on a second later. Everything was normal. Camera back to standby, PC on the desktop. It felt like a hallucination. But when I checked the footage on my camera, it was all there. The breathing, the red light, the writing on the mirror, even the reflection, everything. I uploaded a heavily edited version of the footage and titled it, "I hit 666 subs, and this happened." It went viral. Overnight. 3 million views in 24 hours. Subscribers skyrocketed. 10K, 25K, 50K. And with every milestone, something worse happened. I started getting emails, not fan mail, just one sentence each time. "Do not record the mirror again. He is inside now. Stop at 100,000. I ignored them. Fame tasted too sweet. I was finally in the YouTube Partner Program. My AdSense started showing real money. But my reflection didn't stop. Every time I turned on the camera, no matter what I was filming, my reflection would do something different. It would blink when I wasn't blinking. It would turn its head to look at something behind me. Sometimes it would smile, just before something unseen brushed past me in the real room. I told myself I was imagining it, that editing tricks and sleep deprivation were making me paranoid, until the night of the live stream. To celebrate hitting 100,000 subscribers, I announced a live paranormal QA. I hyped it up for days, set up my camera, checked the lighting, got the mirror polished. The chat was packed, over 18,000 live viewers. Everything was going fine until I read a donation message aloud. "Look at the mirror." I did, and I froze. My reflection was standing. I was still seated. It looked down at me from inside the mirror with pitch black eyes and a mouth that stretched too wide. The chat exploded. People thought it was a trick. "Good editing, bro. How did you do that in real time? This looks too real." Then the camera glitched, only for a second, and when it returned, I was gone. On screen, the room was empty. My chair was slowly spinning. My microphone was bent like someone had leaned on it with a heavy hand, and from the top right corner of the stream, dripping letters began to form. "He's one of us now." The live stream cut off. That was a month ago. Since then, my channel has stayed active. Videos keep uploading. Longer, darker, silent ones. Sometimes it's just a black screen with faint whispering underneath. Other times it's a grainy shot of my old room, with the mirror covered in a red sheet. Viewers swear they can see someone moving behind it, but I'm not making the videos. I can't. Because I'm stuck here, inside the mirror, watching, waiting, and soon, it'll be your turn to hit 666. It started with a link, just a plain random YouTube link sent to my email from an address I didn't recognize. No reply, etunseen.com. The subject line was blank, no message inside, just the URL. I hovered over it. It was a shortened custom YouTube link that ended with "Watch Vavire Dead 6. As a horror YouTuber myself, I was no stranger to weird messages. I thought maybe it was a fan submission, or some underground ARG looking to go viral. I clicked. The channel name was I Soapin' Every Night. No subscribers, no profile picture, no banner, just one video. Title: Don't watch this at night. Cliché, I know, but curiosity is poison when you're in my line of work. I clicked play. At first, it was just darkness, not black, just a dark room that you could barely make out. A faint greenish hue from some kind of night vision lens. The frame was static. The only sound was distant static and breathing. It played for 10 minutes. Nothing happened. Just the breathing. Then, barely visible, a figure entered the frame, not walking but gliding, like it was suspended by something invisible. It had no face, just pale, stretched skin. But I swear to God, it was looking at me. Then the video cut to black. My screen glitched. My cursor froze. My speakers let out a shriek that made me tear my headphones off. My lights flickered. Then, my browser crashed. When I reopened YouTube, the video was gone. The channel doesn't exist. I checked my watch history, blank. But when I checked my own YouTube channel dashboard, something had changed. A new video was there, uploaded an hour ago. I never uploaded it. Title, I saw him. Thumbnail, a still image of me, frozen in horror, staring at my monitor. Length, 7 minutes, 06 seconds. My heart dropped. I clicked it. The video started with me sitting at my desk, browsing, just like always. Then, it cut to a view of my room from behind me, a camera angle I've never set up. You can see me sitting, watching something. But the screen is blurred out. I get visibly disturbed. I lean in. I whisper, "What the hell is that?" And then I scream. The same scream I remember when the shriek blasted from my speakers. And behind me, clear as day, a figure steps into frame. Same one from the "Don't watch this at night" video. It puts a finger to its mouth. Shh. Then the video ends. It had 666 views in under an hour. I tried deleting it. I tried changing my password. Nothing worked. Worse, every time I tried to delete it, a new video would appear. More footage of me. Videos I didn't film, didn't upload. One of me sleeping. One of me brushing my teeth. One of me sitting alone, whispering to myself. Except my mouth wasn't moving. I stopped sleeping. I unplugged every webcam, every mic, covered every lens. Still, the videos kept coming. I even tried deleting my channel. The moment I clicked delete forever, my screen went black. Not just the browser, my entire apartment. All the power cut out. A few seconds later, the screen flickered back on, only it wasn't my desktop anymore. It was a live stream of me sitting in the dark. But the camera angle was from inside the screen. I know how insane that sounds. But the view wasn't just watching me. It was looking out from my monitor. I saw myself staring directly into it, not blinking, not moving, just watching. And in the live chat, only one user, eyes open every night, they typed, "Do not look away." Then came the knock. 3 slow knocks on my apartment door. I live on the 7th floor. No one ever visits me, not at 3:17 a.m. I sat frozen. The knocks came again. I turned off my monitor and held my breath. Silence, until my speakers whispered, "He sees you." I ripped the plug from the wall and ran to the door, checked the peephole. Nothing, but the hallway light was flickering. The elevator was open and filled with water. I slammed the door and backed into my room. The moment I turned around, my computer turned on again. I hadn't plugged it in. A new video had been uploaded. Title, "Now You've Seen Him Too." It had already crossed 100K views. I didn't dare click it. Instead, I packed a bag and left. Stayed with a friend 3 cities away. Bought a new phone, new laptop, logged into nothing. 3 days passed. No videos, no messages, no strange dreams. I started to feel human again. Then one morning, I went to take a shower in his apartment. And there, written on the fogged mirror, "You brought him." I checked his phone, opened YouTube. It was already playing something, my newest video, a live stream from his bathroom. Behind me, the figure, closer this time, breathing. I smashed the phone. We both left that day, haven't stopped moving since. But it doesn't matter anymore. The views keep rising, the videos keep uploading. He's not in the screen now, he's behind it, watching you read this, and once you've seen him, he's already inside. I never believed in haunted things. I believed in haunted people, minds unraveling under pressure, grief, trauma, paranoia. But haunted objects? Websites? YouTube channels? That changed last summer. I had just moved to a dusty old house in upstate New York, big attic, creaky pipes, cheap rent, perfect for a broke YouTuber like me trying to kickstart a career. I made horror reaction videos, nothing special. Just me and a mic reacting to scary TikToks, cursed ARGs, or true ghost stories people sent in. Then, one night I received an email with no subject, just a file attached. The file name was walls.mp4. Normally I'd ignore it, but I was desperate for content, and the sender's email matched none of my followers. Curiosity won. I clicked it. No music, no intro, just shaky handheld footage. Night vision. A man whispering, clearly afraid, moving through a cramped space, like a crawl space behind drywall. Then, at 3 minutes and 18 seconds, the camera caught a glimpse of something. Not a person, but a shape. Too thin, too tall, pressed into the corner like it had been waiting. The man screamed. The screen went black. The video ended. Chills ran down my spine. I uploaded a reaction video titled, "Cursed Found Footage. This creeped me out." It got more traction than usual, a few thousand views in a day. Then the comments started pouring in. "He's behind your wall too. Don't turn around during the playback. At 4:06, there's a face behind you." I thought it was a joke, fans messing with me. I rewatched my own video. At 4:06, just for a second, the background warped. Not a glitch, a face, pale, smiling, embedded in my wall. I checked the wall behind me, blank. I laughed nervously and tweeted, "Guess I'm haunted now," before going to bed. That night I couldn't sleep. There was tapping from inside the wall. I told myself it was mice, old pipes, maybe squirrels. But at 3:18 a.m., the exact timestamp from the original video, I woke up, and the tapping became knocking. 3 knocks, slow, deliberate, from inside the wall, right behind my head. I froze. I didn't turn around. I just pulled the covers over my face like a child. When I woke up the next morning, everything was quiet. Until I opened YouTube. A new video had been uploaded to my channel. I hadn't made one. No title, no description, just a 7-minute video called I clicked it. It was me, sleeping. The footage was from inside my room, but the angle wasn't possible unless someone had placed a camera in my wall. And the audio, God, the audio. A voice whispered, "I liked your video." Then laughter, broken, wheezing laughter. "Let me in." I slammed the laptop shut. But the video already had 666 views. I tried deleting it. YouTube wouldn't let me. It said, "This action is restricted." I tried deleting the channel. Same message. More videos appeared over the next few days. Videos of me doing mundane things. Eating cereal, brushing my teeth. One video showed me in the shower, from above, like from a vent. Each video had one comment. "He's watching with us." I called the police. They searched the house. They didn't find cameras, but they found something else. Behind the drywall in my room, someone had carved a small, windowless space, just big enough for a person to crouch. Inside it was a pile of old clothing, food wrappers, and a broken phone. The last video on that phone was a recording of me, filmed from behind the wall. The timestamp? 2 hours before the police arrived. That night I didn't sleep. I packed my bags, booked a hotel, called my friend Kenzie to crash with her. But when I turned on my laptop at the hotel, my YouTube channel was still active, streaming, live. Title, "He's Still Here." And it was showing my empty bedroom. No one had the keys. No one should have been there. I watched in silence. Then, a figure moved across the frame, tall, twitching, dragging one foot behind the other. It stopped, turned slowly, and looked directly into the camera. I swear, It had my face. The stream ended. Then my phone vibrated. One notification, YouTube channel milestone. Congratulations, 1 million subscribers. I stared in horror. I hadn't gained subscribers in weeks. I opened the app, and the screen flickered. The channel was different now. A new banner, new icon. The name, In 3 Walls. All my old videos were gone. In their place were dozens of new ones. None of them were me. They were other people, in their homes, just living, just waiting. Videos of you, videos of them, and always the same comment. He found another one. I bought the camera from a pawn shop downtown. It was old, early 2000s model, scratched, heavy, with a battery that drained fast and a faint mildew smell. But it was cheap, and that's all I could afford. The pawn shop owner didn't want to sell it at first. He stared at it for a long time after I pointed to it on the shelf. "You sure about that one?" he asked, voice low. "It records, right?" I laughed. "That's all I need." He nodded slowly, then rang me up without another word. I took it home to my tiny studio apartment. 4th floor, no elevator, one broken heater, and walls thin enough to hear my neighbors sneeze. I was trying to build a YouTube channel. My idea was to document urban exploration, abandoned buildings, tunnels, places that were supposedly haunted. I had maybe 74 subscribers at the time, most of them bots or bored friends. The first night I used the camera, I didn't go anywhere. I just set it up on my desk, facing the bed, and hit record. I wanted to test its night vision. I fell asleep with it running. When I woke up the next morning, the battery was dead. I plugged it in, transferred the footage to my laptop, and clicked play. It started with me getting into bed. The room was dim, lit by the distant glow of city lights. I turned, shifted, eventually drifted into stillness. Nothing unusual. But then, at 2:33 a.m., the lens flickered. The camera adjusted itself, slightly. It moved, just a few inches, like someone had tapped the tripod. I sat upright in my chair. My finger hovered over the spacebar. The video continued. At 2:35, a shadow crossed the wall, quick, too quick to be natural, not shaped like a person, more like a ripple in the air, like heat distortion, but darker. Then the sound started. A soft humming, not music, not mechanical, a voice. It grew louder, closer, until at 2:38 a.m. the humming stopped, and the video cut to static. 5 seconds of dead air. Then the screen returned. I wasn't in the bed anymore. The room was empty. But I never left. I fast-forwarded through the rest of the footage in a cold sweat. Around 4:00 a.m. the camera shut off, but I was still there, lying in bed, or something was. Because when I paused the frame, the body on the bed was breathing, too fast, too shallow, too mechanical. That wasn't how I slept. Later that day, I tried to record a reaction video for my subscribers. I wanted to share what I found, hoping someone could explain it. But my mic didn't work. Every time I hit record, the software froze. So I switched back to the old camera. That's when things got worse. I recorded a 10-minute commentary explaining the night vision footage, but when I uploaded the file, it wouldn't show the footage I recorded. Instead, YouTube displayed something else. Me. Staring into the lens, unblinking, unmoving, blood trickling from my left nostril. Then a whisper. "He's awake now." I never said that. I replayed the file on my computer. It showed the correct footage, my commentary. No blood, no whisper. But on YouTube, the video was different. And the comments. Did anyone else see the thing standing behind him at 0:33? His eyes blinked sideways. This video wasn't here yesterday. It had 2,000 views in 10 minutes. My subscriber count jumped from 74 to 6,801 overnight. I didn't sleep. That night, I covered the camera with a towel. At 3:07 a.m., I heard it click on by itself. The red light glowed beneath the fabric. and the humming returned. Low, gravelly, right beside my ear. I tore the towel off the lens, and the camera pointed straight at me, though I hadn't moved it. The lens zoomed in on its own, slowly, until it framed just my face. The display flashed, "Live, 3221 watching." But I never hit go live. I slammed the battery out and ran to the hallway, breath ragged. A neighbor opened his door, startled. I asked him if he heard anything. He just looked confused. "What are you talking about?" he asked. "No one's lived in that unit for 3 years. My apartment was supposed to be empty. When I went back in, the camera was gone. Not stolen, not misplaced, just gone. But my laptop was still on, and a new video had been uploaded. Title: Upload in progress. Runtime: 24:06. I played it. It showed me, from the hallway, asking the neighbor about sounds, from outside the room. A camera angle I couldn't explain. Then it showed me sleeping. Then it showed him. The figure, tall, blurred, head tilted sideways, crawling out of the crack between the closet and the wall. His limbs bent the wrong way. His mouth gaped wide as if screaming, but no sound. At the end of the video, the frame froze on my sleeping face. Then a whisper. "More will come." I unplugged everything, threw out the laptop, burned the camera, deleted every account, moved halfway across the country, started over. But it didn't stop. Because yesterday my coworker came up to me confused. "Hey man," he said. "Didn't know you had a YouTube channel. You posted a new video?" My blood turned cold. No, I stammered. "What video?" He showed me on his phone, my face, staring into the lens, unblinking. The title? Upload in progress, episode 2. Live, 12,042 watching, and counting, and somewhere behind me, I hear the humming again.